We're gonna be talking about kissing.
Why do you want to kiss so badly?
He fits into try hard.
Naomi's making enemies left and right.
If he really
If
loves
he
you, why
listens,
would
wait,
he
can I say
listen?
something?
Or I can leave the rock squad.
about-
And do they have dreams about us?
What's up, ROCKPOD?
Today we're gonna be talking about a lot of things, mostly
That are
about boys.
tearful and
Lots of
juicy,
very
and you're gonna
juicy.
love it.
And guess what? We have a niece.
Yeah, finally we have a
And
niece.
me, I wasn't here last pod either.
Oh yeah, and
Oh,
Snail
yeah.
isn't here either. Back to the original cast of the ROCKPOD.
So we're in the same seats
Yeah.
too. It goes Anise, Naily, me, Gia.
We have 5 main topics. You're going to like them. First, Gia wants to start this topic. She's very experienced with this
No,
topic.
I'm not. We're gonna be talking about kissing.
Kissing. Just flat out
straight
kissing.
up.
Okay, not
How
kissing.
to do. So first, you want to look in his eyes.
Okay, so we're actually gonna go back to Gia for this one.
Honestly, ask your parents first before you.
Okay,
watch.
Gia, we all know that you did not ask your parents first.
Your parents.
You didn't.
How
you
did
didn't
you
take
guys
your
know?
own
You guys weren't
advice.
there.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
sure. I
yeah,
forgot. I totally
sure.
wasn't there.
You have to like talk about it with your parents first. Not like right before you do it, because obviously your parents are gonna be right there when you have your first kiss. Maybe like talk about it like the week before, like after, just like make sure like it's okay, whatever.
Wait, but what if you don't have it planned out and it just like happens in the heat of the moment?
Yeah.
Then tell your parents after. I didn't tell my mom like until like a week after.
I would tell my mom right away.
I know,
Okay,
but
but-
that was kind of a mistake because I was kind of nervous, so I didn't know how she would react.
Would you tell your dad
Wait.
though? Because I would be like
Yeah,
shivering in my
yeah.
timbers.
No, I had my mom tell my dad.
How old are you when you had your first kiss?
Okay,
You guys
since
might-
you're coming up on this age, you are not allowed to kiss until you're 14.
Did
I
Gia
have-
follow that rule?
No, here's the thing. I have known that person a long time and I knew him very well. We also
Never
talked like for hours and hours on end. It's not like I just like met him one time and kissed him. If you guys are close, then it's better to kiss than when you barely even know each other.
Wait, okay, Gia, I have a question.
Oh, by the way, I had my first kiss when I was 12.
What do you do if like you want to kiss a boy, but I know like this wasn't your experience because like both really wanted to kiss each other. But
That's crazy.
okay, what do you do if you like a boy and you really want to kiss him and you don't know if he likes you back, but like you really want to kiss him?
If you're like in the room with him and like you really want to kiss him, but he's like kind of like you don't know, definitely don't talk about it because it's very awkward. Maybe just like sit next to him. If he's looking at your lips, if he's waiting too long to make the first move, most boys are way too nervous to make the first move, and some boys
Sure.
automatically just make the first move. So honestly, I feel like just read his eye contact, where he's looking. Like if he's looking at your lips, then get closer to him and see what he does. If he like backs away a little bit, then maybe wait until the next time you hang out.
One thing about me is I cannot hold eye contact for the life.
I couldn't
Like
either. That's another problem that we can talk about another day, but the main on effects.
Wait, what happens if you go in for the kiss and he rejects it? What would you do afterwards?
Block him
Don't-
everywhere.
Die. Just bury a hole and
I would
jump
change
in
my
it.
I would
No.
change my number.
I dig my own grave.
Okay, all seriousness, if you went in for a kiss, see, I've never had this experience before, but I can imagine it. Don't get mad. Just talk about it after. Be like, why did you do that or something like that. If he tells you like, I don't want to do that right now, or like, I don't like you that way, then
my God.
honestly,
Okay.
he's not the one for you.
This is advice from everyone, but how do you know when a boy is flirting with you?
When a boy's flirting with you, if he ever wants to like hold your hand, he'll like do like a little like a pinky thing.
I can't do it. Please don't do that, boys. It's so
God.
cringy. That's so
cringy.
What boys? You guys, don't do the pinky thing. The little, okay, hold on.
If there's
the
this
other
little girl,
hand, by
like
the
her
way.
hand just like free like this, don't take it as she's trying to hold your hand.
My hand was just like this, and then his hand was like this, and then he did like a it was like reverse, but he did like a little pinky thing, and he went, like
I literally ripped my hand away.
I'd be like, ew. Okay, first of all, I was scared of embarrassing. Second of all, I was literally not even in a chair.
I was sitting halfway on the seat, and then Niley was sitting straight in the crack of the middle of the chair.
It was so bad.
Very awkward. If you want to know if they want to hold your hand or not, I'm the boy. This is my hand. Just honestly, you just have to read the person with some
Just
boys
do
are
it. Just-
not. Literally just. Faye, you don't know how to hold hands.
Can I show you guys how rigid? So Anise, you're the girl, and I'm the boy. Ready? I'm so nonchalant. And then you go.
Yeah, no.
You want to see how good my nails feel? You go.
You guys have been talking about like physically, but how do you know like words? Because like it's obviously not always gonna be just like hand holding.
One time you said that I had pretty eyes.
It's not very hard to read if they're flirting with you on text because there's no real way to flirt with someone on text without complimenting them. So if they compliment you, if they say, how was your day? That's definitely a big one. How was your day? Or like, what are you doing? They're interested in you.
I have something. If they say good morning and good night to you,
Yeah, and not GNG.
Isn't that just like being a
good
nice
morning.
person?
No, most boys, if they don't care about you, they won't text first. So if they text first and they say, how's your day? Or like, what are you doing right now? Or something like that, then
They want to
actually-
know what
they
you
actually care.
Can I
and
show
they're
you guys
flirting.
what not flirting is? Okay, I say good night, ... and then he says GN. And then in the morning he says, hey. I'm like, I thought you went to sleep. And he said, nope. And then I said hi, and then he never responded.
So here's the thing with you and this person. He did something to you. I feel like now he's kind of like mad at you for like what you're acting like. I feel like he thinks that you're mad at him, and
I
you're
am.
like
Good.
exactly.
I am.
So he's matching your energy, and
Now he needs
thing.
to back
Okay.
off.
Well, the thing is, out of nowhere, like, he'll just, like, text me and, like, think that we're still dating. And I'm like, no, we're not.
How real did you think the relationship was?
He was love bombing me in the beginning of the relationship. Love bombing is when, in the beginning of a relationship, or, like, if you have a crush, what they'll do is they'll just take over your senses and just, like, love bomb. Like, it's exactly as it sounds, love bombing.
That's also called
Good
like,
morning,
the
good night,
honeymoon
you're so
phase.
pretty. Like, I love you so much. Before we started dating, he said I love you before we started dating.
How is that even like a relationship? Like, how do you like not even hear the person and you're like you love them?
I don't think he was my first love. I don't think I actually was in love with him.
Now we're going to talk about
What
What do you-
boys do at sleepovers?
I'm actually very curious. What do you guys do
On
at
YouTube?
sleepovers? Do boys even have sleepovers?
Yeah, they sleep over each other's.
They
all
don't
the
call
time.
it, but they also don't call it a sleep.
They call it the
hangout.
boy hang.
Do you guys like
hang out.
talk about girls?
Do you want to
just
know what they
eat?
do? Because I have an older brother. They love to wrestle each other. They love to like get like boxing gloves and just full on
hurt
like
each other
fight,
for no reason.
fight each other, or like no, it doesn't even have to be like a serious fight. Like it doesn't have to be about anything. They're like, okay, do you want to fight? And they're all just like fight each other. They just randomly wrestle or they play video games. I don't think they talk about girls, do they?
What do you guys think boys do when they like you? Do they like literally like get like all cheeky and like giggly and like
Like in the K-dramas.
And do they have dreams about us?
I don't think I'm ever going to have my first kiss.
Me neither.
I don't know. I'm like already like 13, almost going on 14, and I haven't had my first kiss.
I'm 14 and I'm about to be 15.
If I don't have a husband by
I'm saving my
26,
first kiss to
I give up on life.
Why do you want to kiss so badly?
Because
It's life.
no, because the thing is
That's
that I
all
just,
that
like,
you want in your life.
Watch Faye get it in like 2 days.
No, literally. She's like, why do you guys care so much? And then she comes back to us and she's like, I had my first kiss.
No, the thing is that I read so much like things where they're like childhood
Oh,
best
well.
friends and
I
then
don't
they fall
read.
in love.
We both don't have a Valentine.
Yeah, those two have Valentines, but we don't.
Yeah, exactly. No, literally, an 11-year-old gets a Valentine before I do.
How do you flirt with guys? That's my question.
How about everybody go into line and say how you would flirt with guys?
I need to go first.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't know this one. How to win in a dance competition? Might know, but not this.
Say Walker Scobell came up to you and he was giving you a chance, and
What if
you,
he kissed
and you had
you?
5 minutes. You had
Okay,
5 minutes
no
to
more
flirt with
kissing.
him, and after 5 minutes, you would decide if he wanted to kiss you or not. How would you flirt with him? You had 5 minutes to flirt with him.
I think I'd actually die. I wouldn't know what to do.
You would
I'd
start
just-
crying.
No, I just talked to.
You would
If I just met him for the first time, like if it was the first time meeting him, then I wouldn't. I just talk to him like a normal person. Because if I treat him like someone that I want to get with, then
You
know what
win.
you would do?
You win. Ding ding ding. He kisses you.
You know what you should do? You should pretend like you don't know he exists.
No, that's
then
what I
I'd
do. If I met any celebrity, like I see like Billie Eilish walking down the street, I'm like, hey, how are you?
The only time I've actually had a boy
Yeah,
like
like you've
everyone
had
knows-
so many boys like you.
Yeah.
Okay, I
You're
only
pretty
know
and blonde.
one.
Wow,
I
you
only
think?
know one. I only know one boy who's actually like actually liked me. He,
No,
like,
it was the
touched
tie-dye
my
one.
hair, and he's like,
Yeah, but we also got white.
and he was like, your eyes are like really really pretty, and I was like, oh thanks, and then I ran away. Okay, how I would flirt with a boy? I don't know. I feel like I would just like compliment him.
I don't know.
Basically, what Nee said, I would just be normal, but like a little like flirtatious.
Maybe we're wrong about this because we're the
I'm-
only
I'm-
ones.
Okay, I'm gonna take notes from Gia.
Yeah.
Okay, the way Faye flirts, she doesn't flirt. She's
She's
just mean.
rude.
No, she's literally, and she like plays hard to get. She thinks it's one of her K-dramas.
No, she doesn't play hard to get. She's just straight up rude.
She can slap them in the face and then they're like, hey.
How much to share with your boyfriend? I like how we only said
You guys said it because
I
you guys
forgot
are the
it.
only one that have a chance.
If I had a boyfriend, I would literally tell him every single thing.
How much to share with your boyfriend? Tell him about your life, but also you need to keep some stuff personal because at the end of the day, you guys could always break up and like.
Don't think
No, I'm
that
saying,
way.
I'm saying how much to share with your boyfriend. Maybe don't share everything because you need some personal life too. But if you guys feel like you're gonna like have like a very long relationship, you can tell him a lot, but just still keep some stuff to yourself too.
All right, Faye, how much would you tell your boyfriend? Or let's put an instance, T.
Well, me and T don't really know each other that much, so I can't really tell him a lot. I feel like if I knew him a lot better than I do, I would tell him like some stuff, but also I'm not much of an open book. If I like really knew him, like when I'm older and I really get to know him, I would tell him some stuff, but that like takes a while.
I would only tell my boyfriend a certain amount of things.
How much I would tell my potential? Hypothetically, I feel like everything. I trust a lot of people, but also like I don't think I have anything to hide. Like nothing has happened in my life that is like so traumatic to the point where I like don't want to talk about it. Yeah.
I feel like when you do feel like you trust somebody, everything just comes out. And sometimes I feel like if I like really like fell in love with a boy or something, I would not be able to stop myself.
I love talking to people, and like I just love talking in general. Like if I were to, then I just like talk about everything and anything. I mean, obviously, because like what else would I do with my boyfriend? Like I'm not just there to like kiss him and like hug him and stuff. Like obviously I feel like your boyfriend should be also your best friend.
But you also need to have some attraction to them.
Well,
Duh.
like,
well, duh. Do you guys prefer hot guys or cute guys?
Well, my guy I like is hot, cute, fine, handsome.
oh.
No, there's not one category he fits into.
He fits into try hard.
Oh.
I don't know how I
So
feel
she
about
did take offense to that. Like you should have said like we listen and we don't judge. But I
try
want
hard,
my boyfriend.
I would say.
Actually, I wouldn't
no,
say. Okay.
I'm not talking because you guys.
I actually wouldn't say try hard. I would say more like
I feel like you're
need
digging your grave
validation.
right now. I feel like you're going farther and farther down the more you speak. Okay.
I'm gonna get in
I feel
trouble
like-
after this.
I feel like
Yeah.
instead of saying like
scared.
cute
Oh,
or
she's
like
so
handsome
scared.
and stuff like that, I feel like I'd want my boyfriend to like compliment me and like to look good next to me. Like I feel like if I dated someone that like looked unattractive next to me and it didn't look like we like paired, like we need to look good in Instagram photos.
I'm scared now, guys. I'm really scared.
But what if you give
We
whatever
can't make
face?
them sit
What
next to
if
each
you-
other in the car. What do you guys look in for with a guy? Like what do you look for like the most?
I definitely look. If they don't have, then they're not hot.
I zoned out. I'm plotting on what I'm doing
Or
tonight.
do you-
after this.
I'm so scared. I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
I'm so scared.
Well, y'all can sit right next to each other in the car.
Actually, I don't even want to sit next to her unless she might die after.
She's gonna throw my book in the pool.
Wait, this seems like a good idea.
Nayeli!
said that. Finish it on the way home.
I think I'm just gonna torture you and rip just like one page out so you don't know what happens on that page. I'm gonna rip the last 5 pages out so you don't know what happens at the end. Also, I'm gonna rip the most interesting part out.
Or we
Yes.
take our feelings and our anger and like talk about it
How
with
about we
words.
hug?
We'll put you guys in a get-along shirt. A get-along shirt is one big shirt that you have to share.
Or I can leave the rock squad.
you.
Leave the rock squad over
Guys, all I said is
add
that
it
he
together.
tries. That's literally all I said.
You said he's a tryhard.
That means that he tries hard to look good.
Okay, Faye's going
What's
to
wrong
go
with
to
that?
her
What's
question.
wrong with that? I try hard to look good too. I do my hair and I do my makeup and I dress for the day. I try hard to look good. When I wake up,
Try
I'm
hard.
like, okay, I don't
You
care
try
if you call
hard?
me a try hard.
You try hard, you try hard, you try too hard.
Okay,
Tried so hard.
Okay, what I look for in a guy. I want them to be loyal. I want them to be respectful.
Explain more about that. Because loyal can mean a lot of different things.
well, okay.
Loyal to me.
That makes sense.
He has to love me more than he loves his mom.
Okay, that's crazy.
He can love me and his mom, but he loves us in different ways.
Yeah, exactly. Like he wouldn't. Never mind.
I'm not going all crazy with it. I want to be loyal, respectful, Korean. I want them to be in a K-pop group.
You can't even speak Korean.
I want him to make $1
You
million
can't even speak
from a
Czech.
K-pop
Yeah,
idol
you want to
group.
marry Czech hockey players.
They're so hot, dude.
See?
No cap.
You can't even speak Czech.
I can speak more Czech than you can speak Korean. Oh, I framed her.
Nayeli's making enemies left and right.
She already did.
Left, right.
What is your ideal first date?
Oh my goodness, I love this
like
question.
I want to go to the beach, but I don't want to like go swimming and stuff. I want to walk on the beach or have like
That's solid.
or get
that's
like dinner
nice.
at the beach.
That's nice.
Not anything crazy.
So my
Respect.
first date was at Starbucks. But it wasn't even a date. I just got
Big
to know
back.
him more.
My ideal date is he'll pick me up in his car and then we'll go.
Rolls Royce.
No, actually, I don't care about cars unless it's trashy inside and it's not clean. He has to pick me up in his clean car, and then we would go over to the library, and on the way we'll get chai.
Aww,
But he'll take me to the library. I don't like boys who say, I haven't read a book since 2nd grade. You're dumb. I like him as a friend.
Oh wait, I have another ideal first date. I'd want to go to church.
Yes, I want a church date. The guys at my church are mean.
You're
My
watching
school,
this.
Okay, this one
You
girl.
need to go away from Nayeli and mind your own business.
This girl was like, Nayeli, what's your YouTube channel called again? And then the boys went, oh, I know what it's called. It's called ROCKPOD. I can tell you all about it. And I'm like,
Stalker. If you hate it so much, why do you watch it and stalk our page?
Anise, what's your ideal date?
My ideal first date, this is kind of like niche, but if you guys have ever watched Gossip Girl, Dan Humphrey and Serena first date, I want it to be like that. They were just like walking down the street and then they went to this like, or well, it doesn't have to be a bar, but like they just like hung out like normal people just to get to know each other, because I feel like I just want to get to know people. If I don't know my boyfriend, then like why are we dating?
Okay, one thing
Does your
that
first date have to be with your boyfriend? No.
Well, no, it's just like why else would we go on a date?
one of my standards with like a boy I like, he has to want to spend every like time he can get with me.
I want my first date to be like The Notebook, where we lay in the middle of the street and try not to get run over.
Wait,
Someone needs to get Gia a coffee.
That's really dangerous, especially like these
No, I know,
days.
guys,
Like back
don't do
then,
that.
it was like 2 cars down the road. Now there's
Back
like
then they didn't have no cars.
My ideal date, honestly, I feel like the beach would be really nice, but honestly,
Let's go to
maybe
the
like
beach.
okay, I don't want to just do one. I'm more of like a whole day type of person to hang out with someone. I want to like go if it's winter, go ice skating, and then
You already did that.
a bunch of things during the day, like go watch a movie, go out to eat, like just a bunch of things in like one day, and then like maybe go to the beach after and watch the sunset with like a little picnic.
very nice.
Why don't we do icks that we have about boys? Okay, Nayeli, you start.
He only talks to you when something's bothering him or he like wants something from you.
Money.
No, not like money. Like when he like wants attention from you. He only talks to you. He's a 10, but he only talks to you when he wants something from you.
That's not a 10.
That's like a 3.
That's what I say.
Anise, your turn. Go.
Okay. He's a 10, but he purposely makes you walk on the outside of the road.
Oh, here's a 0.
That's
That's
a
a
hun-
0.
Okay, do you guys know the sidewalk rule? Yeah. The sidewalk rule is the boy goes the one closest to the street, and then is it behind or forward?
It doesn't matter. You just have
It
to
doesn't
be.
matter. It
has
just
to be
has
right
to be on the
Yeah,
outside.
you have
of
to
the
be on
street.
the inside.
If he
of the street.
purposely, if you guys are just walking and then he purposely makes you stand on the outside.
He's a wimp.
Also, if you guys are on your first date too and he doesn't know that rule, guys,
Run fast.
bye. Or
Okay.
tell him, or at least tell him, be like, why aren't you on this side?
He's a 10, but anytime he talks in third person.
Okay, that's just
for anybody.
weird in any situation. Like
do you
I'm
mean
not like
talking
Anise
third
just
person?
cringed. Like that was crazy.
No, he talks in his thoughts.
He's gonna be like,
he
dang,
goes-
she ugly today.
He's a 10, but when you guys are on your first date, he's on his phone all the time. Or like he's always on his phone. Like even if he's like
that.
oh, so how
Does he have like a
if
good
he's like-
excuse
yeah,
for
like that.
it?
He's like like how was your day or something like that, and like doesn't actually make eye contact. My nail just popped.
Does he have an excuse for it? Like is he like trying to text his mom or something?
No, if he's just literally just going on TikTok.
Well,
or
then-
playing Block Blast, aka me right now.
No, we play Waffle Smash, Gia.
No, he's a 5. He's a 5.
So bad.
Your phone shouldn't be more in person than a human being in front of
If
you.
you guys just paid for like food to like wait, if they talk with their mouth for what longer on a date? 0. And if you smack your lips, 0. And if you
If you just make random mouth noises when you're just like standing, just like
He's a 10, but he makes you pay for the first like date.
okay, that's not
He's like a
necessarily bad.
he's
That's like
still a 7.
If it's the first
No,
date,
like he like makes you pay. Like he has a card.
no. If it's the first date, but if you guys are dating and he makes you pay, then
That's
that's a
fine.
0.
bad.
No,
But like
it's not. Because if you're dating, then you could be 50-50.
Well, yeah, but like if you
guys
like,
can treat each other.
if you guys go to a restaurant and then he has his card and stuff, and then like you, and
If you're
he was
dating,
like,
then you love each other, so then you treat each
Yeah,
other.
it matters. No, but he was like, like you pay, I don't want to pay. If he said I don't want to pay.
Okay, well that's
Then I'll be like, hey, but don't you have your card?
But like,
Well, if he's
I mean,
like,
it's also
"No."
situation because like if he can't afford to pay, then obviously I'm paying. But like if he can and I know he can and like he like not.
I agree. And like if we were going to the movie, he would pay for the tickets and then I would pay for the snacks.
Right. So that's like
Yeah.
50-50.
Yeah.
And if you're like actually going out to eat like regular restaurant.
I don't believe
And, like,
in
a sit-down
giving him
restaurant?
gas money.
If
He's a
his
10, but he will not work out.
What do you, he's now a 2 because
You mean
I
skinny?
love to work out. Please.
No, I don't even care about muscle. You can't pick me up.
He's like
If you
skin
can't
and bone.
pick me out, you're
He's
gonna
like a
you're
twig.
gonna
if you can't do
leave
the
him.
Sabrina Carpenter like tall and kind thing,
Okay.
then no.
Okay, there's a Slovakian hockey player, and when he was 16, he was in his prime, and he is my new celebrity crush. But when he was 16,
I like how all of your
They're
old
all
crushes were
old.
like in the 1920s, and now they're like,
Any advice for young teens that are looking to date or anything? Any
make sure
last
you
advice?
find a boy
Make
who
sure
treats
you
you right.
Guys,
Find somebody that will treat you right and that you really truly love.
and don't rush into dating.
I was
Even
gonna say
though-
that.
Don't rush into dating. Everything happens for a reason, and there's a timeline.
Exactly.
You're not on the
Don't
same
force
timeline.
something. And don't force something either. If it doesn't work,
Wait,
don't
I have
force
one
it.
last question. Do you guys think talking for 2 months and then dating is like too
No.
short?
No.
Short? What do you
I would
mean?
say no. 2 months is fine.
2 months is great. No, I'm joking.
Especially-
okay, but what if you've been talking for like a few months now, but like it's like on and off?
Then
Like you don't really have
Then give up
conversations.
because that's just not a
Or
real
well-
thing.
instead of giving up right away, just like talk.
No, like before dating them, like y'all talk on and off.
exactly. Then talk to them. Have an actual conversation with him. If he's on and off,
Why do
then
I
like
always
maybe he
forget
doesn't
these
know that he is.
My 10-year-old crush / boyfriend, I ghosted him.
My ex-boyfriend broke up with me in the line to go into the school to go to lunch, and I started tearing up because he asked me out in kindergarten. Yeah, guys, I got in kindergarten, and I got my first kiss in preschool. When I walked out of the bathroom, I went yuck. But he asked me to be his boyfriend. I mean, his girlfriend. Oh my gosh. He asked me to be his girlfriend, and so we dated from kindergarten to 5th grade.
Garden, I can't.
We were throwing the football around because we played flag football together. We took a break and then he asked me out in like 4th grade or like 5th grade again, and then he broke up with me in the line to go into the school. Because his friends told him to break up with me because they wanted to date
Oh,
me.
that's such an ick. He's a 0.
Done.
He's a 0.
That was my biggest ick
okay,
for the
if
whole-
he
really
if he listens, wait, can I say something? If he listens to his friends and he lets his friends talk bad about you, you drop him right away.
If he lets his friends' comments like affect him in like your relationship,
Yeah, if he's
that's
insecure about your relationship with his friends, then it's not a real relationship.
that's awful. What would you guys get your boyfriend for Valentine's Day?
My heart.
A hug
and
and
a
a
hug.
kiss.
He better give me a Pandora Cinderella ring.
Oh.
and
No, I
silver.
want the Pandora, the Rapunzel one. It's so pretty.
Wait, let me search that up.
It's like $680
I
for a
want-
ring.
Is it? It's a promise ring, right?
No, it's just rings. It doesn't have to be a promise ring. Like you can buy it for yourself.
You know those little homemade like roses made out of paper?
Yeah, I was like,
I tried to make my
Wait,
mom
what's
one
it
of those
called?
for
What's it called?
Mother's Day. Or no, for her birthday, and it failed miserably.
Pandora.
Oh, and everyone on TikTok is like, they made the colors wrong. And they did.
They did. They
Like
did.
Tiana,
Jasmine,
gold.
Jasmine,
Gold.
Cinderella, silver.
Cinderella,
should
yeah.
be silver.
Cinderella, silver. That first
The
one.
first
This
one.
one right here?
Yes. Oh, it's so pretty. It's
I
so
don't like
pretty.
that.
It's so pretty.
That's
it looks
so pretty.
Okay, it
That
doesn't.
should be Aurora.
Is that Aurora?
Yeah, I know. It's
you're
Rapunzel,
so
but it looks like Aurora, and
Guys, do you
Aurora
think-
is my favorite.
Do you guys think
Disney
I would?
princess.
Do you guys think I would be Belle?
No.
What's bells?
As a princess, do you think I would be Belle?
No.
You don't like to
You don't
read.
like to read?
I would be a mix of
you would be
Rapunzel
Rapunzel. No,
and
you would just be
Cinderella. Characteristic of Belle,
Wait.
and I would look like Rapunzel with blue
Gia,
eyes.
did you hear me? You said, what is
Characteristic.
something that's like me and Belle? I said, well, you fell in love with the beast.
We're going to have another podcast really soon. So if you guys want to see more, then you guys have to subscribe. Comment what topics you guys want us to
I
talk
gotta
about.
get-
Turn on your post notifications so
you can
you
get a
guys know when
notification.
I post a new video.
We love
Yeah.
you guys so much. Thank you guys
And
for
so comment. So
tuning in.
guys,
Oh my gosh,
topics.
bring me out
What topics
topics.
you want? Come on, topics.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.